Big thanks to Bandai Namco Toys and Collectibles America for sending this out. You can check out Bandai Collect and links to buy this in the description.
Kaiju, turtles, Dragon Ball, and more. It's Steven's Toy Reviews.
Hey, collector, Steven here, and we're going to be taking a look at another Spider-Man figure in the SH Figuarts lineup, the upgrade suit from No Way Home. We are going to see some classic Spider-Man engineering here with this particular release, and fans do want to know if the special set is going to be worth picking up. The special set basically just means that there is going to be a support stand included. Cool, in classic Spider-Man colors with a darker blue instead of a brighter one, fans are going to want to know if this one is going to be worth picking up, and I am pleased to say that it is. However, let's take a look to see whether or not it's going to be worth adding into your collection. With macro photography up close and personal, you may be able to see some issues with Spider-Man here or there. Maybe the webbing, the black panel line isn't exactly as clean as it should be, but otherwise I do think Spider-Man looks rather solid here. The sculpt looks really cool, and we do actually see some wrinkles here or there, and we see the musculature of Spider-Man rather well. The alternate eyepiece gimmick is masked as well as it could be, with the only sort of unsightly issue that some folks may have is we are going to see a pin in the neck for the hinge for the head, so this way it can look up and down. Otherwise, if you're a fan of Spider-Man in this particular suit, then congratulations. This one does look rather rock solid. So for this particular rendition of Spider-Man, the articulation is rather solid. However, if you have been with the SH Figuarts line for some time, you will notice that there are a couple of things with this Spider-Man which pretty much hold true for a lot of the others. First and foremost, the head. As you can see, it holds on to this piece of sculpt here, which is kind of sort of on a ball joint. I mean, it's there, but realistically speaking, it's just there so this way we can get swivel movement, so this way he can turn his head from side to side. That is also going to be on a hinge, so this way we can get Peter to look up and get him to look down. That whole connection there is going to plug into the body on a ball joint, so this way we can definitely, regardless of the pose, get him to look up, which I think that's just funny, and get him to look down. Now, for the shoulders, we are going to have some sort of butterfly movement going on here with a ball joint system, which is really cool. That's great. One of the things, though, if you're familiar with this line, especially from the PS4 Spider-Man, we do have that hinge there, which do you think they would have fixed? Oh, wait, yes, they kind of sort of did. So this way we can get a bit of a T-pose going on here, and that I think is rather serviceable. I think it looks just fine. And then we can also get that ball joint going there, but something just to keep in mind so this way you're not damaging anything. Let's go back to this default. You can sort of see there's that little bit of a lip there. You don't want to scratch anything when you're spinning the arm all the way around like so. Do we have a dedicated bicep swivel? Well, interestingly, for some SH Figuarts, the way that they decide to do things is that from that shoulder hinge, they branch off into a peg down into the bicep. So kind of, sort of, not really, but it is, it's put in there rather interesting. We do have double hinge elbows, which is cool. Right, there you go. No elbow swivel, that's okay. For the wrists, usual SH Figuarts style where we're going to have a peg into the forearm, a hinge, and then ball joints where the hands plug in. Torso, ab crunch, you can go back about that far when pushing it, down about that far, twist and turn from side to side with no real issues. Waist joint is going to be everything you expect out of a Spider-Man. Now for the hips. This one was really fun because some of the other Spidey Figuarts I have can't do this, but just kind of sort of watch the magic happen. Woo! That's neat. No concerns with hip joints, dedicated thigh swivels, double hinge knees, very good. Standard ankle rocker movement you would expect, and toe hinges. Basically, for articulation, the only sort of kind of issue is that from the rather limited SHF Spidey experience that I have so far, for the T-posing, for the shoulder hinges, that's still just a little limited, but otherwise, yeah, he moves real well. That's where your money's going. I mean, look at him. He moves like a dream. Time to talk about accessories, and what all do we get here? We get 3 alternate hand parts. We get 2 web shooting small parts, 2 web shooting long parts, 1 web swinging part. We're going to get 2 alternate eye plates, 2 sets, and it's going to go from Spider-Man having wide open into slightly more shrinking eyes as we go. We're going to get a magnetic support stand part, which is going to be real neat to see. And since this is a special set, like I did make mention, we are going to get a Spider-Man themed support base with a stand. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at those different eye parts. Okay, so like I said, we go from real big to real small and then smaller. All right, pretty straightforward. Not a whole lot to talk about there. For the web parts, unfortunately, when you're working with a white background and you have a slightly more gray effect part, that's why I do the up close and personal pictures, so this way you get a good idea of what those look like. These are really easy to use. You're just going to have to pop the hands off, so this way you have that little cup part of the web, and that just fits over the joint with ease, and then you pop the hand back on. Just be careful not to force it too hard when you're popping the hand back on, so this way you don't break anything. All right, so that's going to be it for the actual accessories in and of itself pertaining to things like hands and effect parts and so forth. But what we are going to get as well is we are going to get a support stand and so forth. So let's backtrack a little bit and talk about how you swap out the eyes. So we are going to get a little tool that you use just by popping Spider-Man's head off, and you use that to reach in and pop the eyes out. Real simple, not that difficult to figure out how to use that. That is also going to be helpful for the back of Spider-Man, where there is going to be a little piece of plastic we pop off. Be careful, because when you pop that off, there's a chance it may fly across the room, and you don't want your carpet to eat it. Now, we are going to get one replacement part for Spider-Man's back, which is going to be a peg hole, effectively. So this way, the support stand that we're going to get can plug into Spider-Man's back. The base for this particular one is going to be a more so classic red-themed Spider-Man. Nice! All right, and we get the support arm. Cool. And the claw. Cool. Nice. Typical Tamashii Stage Act 4. The real shining star of this, since it is going to be the special set, we are going to have the magnetic base, which you can put Spider-Man in your kitchen if you want. Cool concept. Rather cool execution, too. And I know what you're probably worried about. Oh, no, is the magnet going to stick? I'm too worried. Magnet sticks just fine. You got nothing to worry about there. All right, that about wraps it up for the accessories, and I think that for what they were going for here, we do have a rather rock-solid package. It's going to be a basic Spider-Man with everything you're going to need to have a good display, and they went for that. So if you need anything else, you know, I got support stand videos and effect part videos and so on and so forth for you. So yeah, kudos to Bandai. I think the accessories are rather solid. Now we'll go ahead and round out the review with a size comparison here, where we're going to have, just to go ahead and celebrate that multiverse little duology that we had, the SH Figuarts Spider-Man, Black and Gold suit, Upgrade suit, and Doctor Strange from the Multiverse of Madness. This should give you a good idea of how they all stand on the shelf together, and with some other figures you just might have. So buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. Honestly, I think this is going to be a core Spider-Man package, and the reason that this figure exists is they were looking to just get a Spider-Man fan into the SH Figuarts lineup without any particular bells and whistles. Considering this is a special set, we get a support stand with the magnetic part gimmick, which not only is Bandai doing, but other companies as well, and it is well articulated. Rather accurate to the source material. I don't really think there's much wrong going on here. If you're looking to pick this up, then congratulations. I think you will be pleased with your purchase. The only thing that I wish was just a little bit better would be clear indication of bicep swivels. If they're able to do that, I'd say this would be definitely contender for one of the best Spider-Man figures on the market.
Well, collectors, that brings us to the end of the video today, and I just wanted to take a second to thank you so much for watching. Now, you've heard a lot from me. I'd like to hear a little bit from you. Drop in the comments down below whether or not you liked it, you hated it, or maybe you were somewhere in between. I also want to take an extra second here for a nice, humongous thank you to all the patrons for STR over the last month who have really helped the channel grow into what it can be today. So to all of you, 2 big thumbs up. Thank you very much. And now the end card should be popping up, which will give you a few clickable links, like maybe to subscribe or head on over to my Patreon, or some short URLs like to my social media or to my Teespring store. There's also a video I hand selected for you, so if you want to watch another STR video, I hand selected some good content for you to watch, so definitely check out that video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.